What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. I just want to go over a few trades from Thursday and Friday, and then kind of go over a new game plan I've got going on for next week. So we'll just start with TGGI. I bought it this day of the 25th, and I was looking for that break, a multi-day break, and a break above a penny. I bought it here at 09 and ended up stopping out when it cracked 88 and it looked like it was going to crack under VWAP. And this is usually the kind of pattern I love to go long, especially like right here in the morning. It's more ideal for that ABCD pattern. And then just kind of buying around here when it's holding VWAP and it's getting tighter, or buying on the break of that trigger like around 84, 85, and selling into this spike here. It's one of my favorite long strategies, but recently it just hasn't been working for me. Or I'll buy one and it just completely doesn't work out, and I'll see later on in the day, when I get home and I'm checking through everything, that there was a play like this that ended up working out nicely. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm still trying to figure out what makes this work compared to, we'll go over AABB. I bought it here, ended up stopping out when it cracked VWAP. But as you can see, this one just didn't work. This was a second green day. It did gap up. I was looking for a continuation, but just got stuffed. And so this is where I'm also thinking about shorting. I did just create opened up a margin account. Just got approved for it today, and it'll take one business day for it to be active. And so one of the things I'm going to be looking for is until these start to really do what I want and make these moves, I see them as pretty good shorts. I mean, and they're not great shorts, but I'm looking to just take my quick snipes on them. And so basically when I went long and it failed and it's just hugging under VWAP here, to me this is just like a great short opportunity. And when I realize my long isn't working out, just switch it short and just sell, into this little downtrend here when it's cracking. Yeah, I mean, basically just that simple. It's not really giving like huge moves, but just small snipes that I can just size up here, risk VWAP and just sell into this little downtrend here. Another one was LTNC, and nice ABCD in the morning. This is what I'm looking for a good buy. Ends up working out. I saw this and was pissed that I had missed it, and so I went long here at 45.2-ish, and it couldn't continue to go any higher. And so when I realized this was breaking down, I cut it for break even, and realized that this under 45 was a decent little short. And so stab it short here at 45 and then just sell into this downtrend here until it starts to look strong again and it perks back above VWAP. So just little plays like that. Same as here. I went long at 09. When it starts looking like it's going to crack and it looks weak, just short it, and cover into this downtrend. Just little snipes like that is what I've realized could be beneficial to me. Longs just aren't working out for me. I have the right idea, but longs are just kind of getting crushed, and there's not that many big runners. There are runners, as in LTNC was a nice play. Like, this worked out really nicely in the morning. Just kind of like my main pattern in the morning that I love. It's just super predictable, and really nice risk reward. And I just love that trend with like a 42 trigger to buy and then just sell into this push up here into the 45s, 46s, and then that's it. That's the play. But when this doesn't work out and it's starting to look really weak and it's starting to crack, it could be a potential short. And it's just something I want to take advantage of because my longs aren't working for me. And the only thing I can think of is why keep trying to force longs that just don't work out for me. Every once in a while, I'll nail a really good long, and I could do good at it. Usually have like a really nice week or 2 weeks of going long, and then just a few weeks of just losing. And I hate not having that consistency. And so in this market and with how things have been going, when my longs aren't working out, I'm seeing them as decent shorts. Like you're obviously not getting huge moves. You're not getting full 10%, 20% moves because it's still bullish. It's still kind of on the long side. It's not fully breaking down or it's not super overextended, but it is a nice little short snipe opportunity that I've noticed. And this eventually will be, hopefully it doesn't happen on Monday. I'm hoping it gets some kind of break and push Monday. I think my margin account will be available Tuesday. And so this is just one pattern I'll be looking for to just take quick short snipes when my long setups are failing. And then the other short setup I'll have is just an overextended overextension. Like hopefully we get another green day. We can get a nice fourth green day there and a solid breakout. But after that, I'll be looking for this to top out and get that momentum shift and create that first red day. And then that big first red day will be another like really, really key pattern I'll be looking for to short. Probably more of that than I will be shorting like my failed long setups. Depending on how nice the setup is, like with AABB, like you're not getting much of a move, but this risk reward here will allow me to size up pretty decent with a tight risk if it breaks above VWAP and starts to uptrend again. But when you getting this nice little downtrend here, would be a nice decent little profit if I could size up. So something like this, I would be really comfortable shorting, because when I was long here and then stopped out, I was watching it and I'm thinking, wow, I really wish I can go short right now and just size up with that tight risk and then just cover it all into this little downtrend here. And then you had plenty of time to cover when it's putting in a bottom. So just little plays like that to where I feel like I can size up here and take advantage of this little move, and then just kind of be done with it. I'm not looking for some huge washout because it's not overextended. And so it's just those quick little moves I'm kind of looking for to start shorting. LTNC again, this is more overextended. And so I'm hoping for another push and then that first red day. And then if the risk reward is there, really sizing up into those and kind of holding them a little bit longer, or until at least I get my 10-20% move that I'll be expecting, since I'll have more of a downside to go than AABB or TGGI. TGGI is still pretty overextended. It could be a nice short if it starts to break down. I don't really know. I'm not too sure. We'll kind of just see what this does, if it wants to hold this level or push back up towards a penny. So something to keep on watch. It could have been a good short here when it gapped up and then was topping out here and started the downtrend. When it starts to crack VWAP here, risking that penny, that day high, and then just selling to the washout, would have been kind of the best play here, just because you have more of a chance, unless it's cracking and it looks super weak. You can snipe it. This would be a better play, a better risk reward, since it's coming up and failing to break out, and then you get that washout. So this will be on watch for sure, but more LTNC, waiting for hopefully another, like I said, another green day, another fourth green day, and then that momentum shift and we get that first red day, and I can short that. So I'll just be shorting. I'll still be watching longs. The only thing I'm looking to short is that first red day, so I'll be just waiting for overextended longs and waiting for that momentum shift for the first red day. I am going to start tracking it, and I'm also going to start tracking my failed long setups, and when it's just breaking below a key level and seeing what kind of washouts it gets, and what to expect for those little trades, those little short trades. And then I'll still be keeping longs on watch, you know, when I'm getting these nice ABCD patterns like this. This was more of an all-day thing, and still got the washout in the morning, and then got a huge rip. But this here in the morning is what I love the most. Just creating those higher lows, holding VWAP really nicely, and then you get that nice perk when it breaks high of day. So I still love those longs, and I will try to trade those when the opportunity fits, like, seems right. But just for the past 3 weeks, I don't think I've won a single trade, and this is basically like the setup I've been trying to trade. A few times I'll catch myself, you know, trading it up here because I've missed this, and so it's just a revenge trade, FOMO, and it washes out on me. And this ended up holding VWAP and getting that perk above, and then getting a rip towards high of day, which I was not expecting that. But it did hold trend in the bigger picture. So, and I knew when I bought it here it's too high above VWAP, and to wait for a dip and see if it holds trend. But I just was pissed that I missed this morning, and basically just took it here instead of being patient. And then that's when I realized, well, when it's cracking 45, it could be just a quick snipe. You know, you can size up a little bit, just because the momentum is totally kind of on my side when I'm realizing my long isn't working. And so just taking that little snipe is basically just what I'm looking for. A little move there. And then when it's putting in a bottom and failing to break down even more, that's when just cover it. But it's just those little moves I'll be looking for, since my longs just aren't working for me. Like I said, still keeping longs on watch, but they need to be just be super ideal, like this was here in the morning. Just love that ABCD pattern, and it's kind of my go-to long setup, especially on a first green day or some kind of breakout. And then my other long setup that I do love is like a gap and crap reversal, to where, like it did this morning, gaps up, trying to break down, can't. So it's kind of similar, but I would like to see more of a dip. Maybe, you know, comes down, holds red green, gets the bounce, some higher lows, holds VWAP, and then you get that high of day break. This was super choppy in the morning, but as it got tighter up here and was holding and getting closer to that high of day is when it looked like a really good long. But gap and crap reversal is something I like to watch in the morning. I'm still tracking it, but it's been a pretty reliable play when I do see it. And so basically just the gap and crap reversal, this ABCD pattern here, and a breakout. If it, say it broke out and it was doing this kind of ABCD pattern above the breakout level, I'll say the breakout level was 4, and it's doing this higher low here and holding VWAP above the breakout level. You know, I love that as well. So it kind of just depends on how it sets up. But yeah, still watching longs. I still want to get really good at longs. But just I can't keep beating myself up with just losing on all my long strategies right now. And so I realized that maybe just when my long setup is failing, it could be a decent little short. And I just kind of want to take advantage of that and just start off with some smaller size, get the feel of it, and size up from there. And then just the first red day on overextended patterns, on overextended charts. And if the risk reward is good on that, really sizing up and taking advantage of that as well. So that's kind of my game plan going into next week. Start off with just small size, maybe even just kind of paper trade it, you know, and get a good feel of it for next week, and then start taking some size on when the opportunities arrive. And I also, having a margin account, I'll only be able to have 3 trades a week, or per 5 rolling day period. I will be under the PDT, so that rule will apply for me until I get above 25,000. So I also think that'll be good for me to really be picky and wait for the ideal A+ setups. So hopefully that'll help, instead of just me having my cash account and I can just trade freely every day. I feel like I'm taking just way too many trades. I'm just taking kind of fuck it trades. And it's really just been killing me. So having that little bit of discipline and that little 3 trades a week in the back of my head will allow me to just be disciplined, stay patient, wait for the ideal plays, and take advantage of them when they come along. So that's my game plan. Hope you guys understood it, and hope you guys enjoyed the video and got a good idea of kind of what I'm thinking and where I've kind of been and where I'm trying to go. So yeah, that's basically it for me. Just wanted to get this video out there. I've been thinking about it a lot because my buddy Lucas, he started a margin account and he's been shorting because he's been kind of struggling with longs as well. And just like me, where he'll have a period of doing really, really well going long, but then he's seeing these trades that are just obvious shorts, and with, you know, just having a cash account, you can't short them. So, and same with my buddy Fatty. He's opening up a margin account and just gonna be doing the same thing, because in this market there's just a lot of good short opportunities. There's also good long opportunities, but the longs are a little bit harder, and I feel like shorts are really taking over for the most part, especially just from what I've seen with all my longs the past few weeks. I noticed there are definitely good long setups out there, and longs, I mean, you can definitely make good money going long, but I'm seeing a lot more shorts than I am long setups, and so I want to take advantage of that personally. And after seeing Lucas start a margin account, he's 3 for 3 last week with his shorts, and so he's doing pretty well. I haven't talked to Fatty a lot on how he's doing with his shorts. I think he just opened his margin account, so I'll definitely be talking to him a lot more this next couple weeks on how he's doing. And like I said, I just want to take it slow, still tracking them, or I'm just starting to track them. So I don't want to jump into it too quickly, but yeah, I'm excited to see how my short journey begins and how it goes. Never shorted before. The only short I've ever taken was by accident, and I was just selling my long position and ended up selling it at the top, and somehow went short 100 shares and bought it back onto the pullback and made money on it, and had to call my broker and figure out what happened and yada yada, and decided to just keep the trade since it was my first little short trade, even though it was on accident. So that's the only short I've ever done. You know, it's the only short experience I've got. But I have, since the beginning of my trading journey, I have been watching and learning about shorts. So I am aware of the risk and the dangers of shorting. It's, I'm prepared for it, and I just have to be super disciplined, cut it when it's wrong, and just be super smart and safe about it. So that's basically it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good weekend. See you guys Monday.